Hello and welcome to Complexity Limits Guide for the Heroic Ny'alotha encounter, written and produced by Crzypck in coordination with Complexity Limit, brought to you by GameStop. In Phase 1, you'll be fighting Ny'alotha himself. He's stationary, positioned directly in the middle of the room. He'll shoot a void beam from his chest called Eye of Ny'alotha, which is targeted at the current tank. This will deal very heavy damage to anybody hit, and also makes you take 75% increased damage from subsequent hits for about 40 seconds. Tanks will need to swap at 2 stacks. The tank not currently holding the boss needs to make sure they move to the boss's side so they don't accidentally get hit by a cast that isn't theirs. You might find it helpful to put world markers down where the tanks are going to stand so the rest of the raid knows not to be there. Everybody else in the raid should be spread out around the room except for where the markers are for the tanks. Ny'alotha will periodically mind control a few random players. You do not want to let a mind controlled person touch you. All DPS needs to swap immediately and nuke down these MC'd players. The MC will break when they reach 30% health. Ny'alotha will also cast a standard eye beam ability. They're just lasers that'll chase a few random players for 5 seconds. This will leave puddles of void goop on the ground wherever the laser hits, so the targeted players should make the best effort they can to move in a circle and keep the puddle as small as possible. Once Ny'alotha's health reaches 0, you'll then move into Phase 2. Your raid leader should pre-assign the order that you're going to kill the organs. Something along the lines of the skull organ for the first Phase 2, the X organ for the second Phase 2, and the star organ for the third Phase 2. While you're in Phase 2, a debuff called Cursed Blood will go out periodically on several players. This is denoted by a red targeting circle around you. After 8 seconds, the circles will all explode for moderate damage. Players affected by this need to spread out, and everybody else needs to watch out where they are. You do not want to be standing in somebody else's circle. The organs themselves will regularly cast Blood of Ny'alotha, which is an interruptible ability. If you fail to interrupt a cast of this, a blood goop ad will spawn. These fixate on a random target, and if they reach you, they'll apply a stacking dot every time they melee you. However, this dot can be dispelled. They'll also explode when they die for a light amount of damage to the entire raid. These ads can be slowed, rooted, knocked back, and most other light CCs. Once you kill one organ, Ny'alotha will re-emerge and you'll re-enter Phase 1. As a note, for your second, third, and fourth times in Phase 1, Bloods of Ny'alotha will continue to spawn about every 30 seconds or so from every dead organ. They'll need to be slowed and nuked. After you kill all 3 organs, you'll re-enter Phase 1 for a 4th and final time. We recommend using Bloodlust here, as there will be a lot of blood ads running around chasing people, and therefore a lot of damage going out. Crowd control the ads as much as possible, but try to keep pushing Ny'alotha as hard as you can and kill him ASAP. Healers will want to be rotating cooldowns during this phase to keep everybody alive. Thanks for watching. We hope you found the guide helpful. If you'd like more details on this encounter or how it works, please click the link below to our written guide. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also find the rest of our Ny'alotha boss guides right here on our channel or at complexity.gg. For more content like this, follow Complexity on Twitter and subscribe to their YouTube channel. To keep up with Limit's race for World First, follow them on Twitter. Happy raiding!